While we are waiting for Herpa to release the new A350-900 in the new standard livery of Scandinavian Airlines, I thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look at this A330 in the now previous standard livery of the airline. And with that, welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at an Airbus A330-300 of Scandinavian Airlines. At the front of the box we have the cutout, so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and at the top of the box we have the Scandinavian Airlines branding. Then on the back side of the box we have a very lovely image of the aircraft in real life. We have the original dimensions of the aircraft and some additional information. So that's it for the box. Let's take a closer look inside and at the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Airbus A330-300 in the now previous standard livery of Scandinavian Airlines, but in my opinion still one of the best liveries we have currently in the sky. Now, with no further ado, let's take a closer look at some of the many details this aircraft model holds in store for us. And we start off with the tail section, where we have the Scandinavian Airlines branding on the vertical stabilizer. On the fuselage we then find a stylized version of the Norwegian, Swedish and Danish flag, and we also have the full registration code of the aircraft. At the very tail of the aircraft we then also have a little bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. At the front of the aircraft we find across the fuselage the writing of Scandinavian Airlines and the Star Alliance logo, of which Scandinavian Airlines is a founding member. The cockpit section itself is rather bare-boned, but underneath the cockpit windows we find again a lovely little Scandinavian Airlines logo and also the three flags of Norway, Sweden and Denmark. Underneath that we then have the name of the aircraft, and then at the cockpit windows we also have the window wipers printed on. The engine nacelles have been given this lovely dark orange coloring and the writing of Scandinavian. We of course also have the nice silver leading edges. If we look at them from the backside, I think that looks really nice, and also if you look into the engines from the front we can see the engine fan blades very nicely. Then we should also take a quick look at the wings, and more specifically here the top side, where we have all the different flaps, slats and spoilers carved out very nicely. We could have a few markings here, but unfortunately we didn't get them at the time. On the other side we also have some nice detailing, including the full registration code of the aircraft. The wings have also been fitted with these lovely winglets, which look very nice with the dark blue color of the Scandinavian branding. Then we should also take a quick look at the landing gear here, specifically the main landing gear underneath the wings, and I think Herpa has done a very good job with those. Also the front landing gear looks rather decent. Of course, as always, I would wish for a few markings here, but we only get this with Herpa Wings Club models. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here, the back side of the aircraft, and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Airbus A330-300 in the now former standard livery of Scandinavian Airlines, but this livery is still widely in use as the new standard livery of Scandinavian Airlines was only introduced around end of 2019. So what can we say about this aircraft model? Overall, I think it's a rather good model from Herpa Wings. The print quality is excellent. Okay, we could have a few more markings here and there, but all details that have been printed on excellently. The physical details are also great. The only thing, however, I would like to emphasize is actually the shape of the cockpit. From some angles, I just think it looks a little bit strange, but whether it is the shape of the mold or the placement of the cockpit windows, I just can't quite figure out. But from some angles, I just think it looks a little bit strange. So perhaps before you buy it, take a good look at that part to see if you can live with it or not. But other than that, I would say yes, absolutely, it is an aircraft worth having in one's collection. Now with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then feel free to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.